Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about the Patreon website that I have with clarity as to what does that provide and why I need you can say help through Patreon. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Now let's talk about I'm sorry. Now let's talk about the Patreon website. Patreon website is a platform for YouTubers to get livelihood. YouTubers get monthly patronage while patrons get benefits by joining tiers, and this is what I talk about in all my videos beforehand. Clear and transparent payment mechanism through credit card, and I know many of you do not have a credit card, and that is posing a huge problem. I'll discuss as to why I am not going for a debit card at the moment. I'll discuss at the end of this you can say video. But patronage can be withdrawn anytime in a month, and the monthly cycle is from 1st of every month. So from 1st of November the patronage has begun. So if you take it on the 15th, it will again bill you on the 1st of the next month. So kindly take it in the first week of the month. That will be more beneficial for you. Tiers are of different denominations, as I have tiers of $2, $5, and $10. It can be of any denomination, and patrons can buy any of the tiers or all of the tiers. Why I need patrons and the support. It is a motivation for further you can say research on any topic, anything that I have to do. I get more motivated if more people support me financially, monetarily, apart from people supporting me on YouTube through the channel. It helps me make more in-depth videos because I can spend more time onto it, as I know that I am also getting some livelihood through the Patreon website, through my members who are on YouTube, who are helping me through Patreon. Eventually leave a routine job and work for all of you. So this is what I want, is probably ending up leaving my job. I am a lecturer by profession, and I want to just focus on investments, focus on helping you, bringing in more companies as I have done in small and mid caps, which could bring you more wealth. And for that I need more time, probably spending 8-10 hours a day, probably spending at least 5 to 6 hours a day at least, and that would help me gain more knowledge about each company in detail. So improve quality and quantity of the videos that I produce. I'll spend more time onto it. I'm making nothing from sponsorship. So you have to understand that many YouTubers across the board take sponsorship and sponsor products, whether it is any broking company, or you can say any app or trading app that they want to promote, any gaming app that they want to promote, they do promote. And you have seen that I do no promotions, and I intentionally don't do it. It is not that I'm not getting emails. I'm getting emails every day, especially from a couple of broking firms. I'm getting you can say continuous emails, and they want to engage with me, and you can say collaborate with me. I don't want any collaboration. The reason is I want to be completely unbiased, and I don't want to recommend you something that I don't use. I do use one broker, I do use some other thing, but I have never talked about it because I don't want to sound like sponsoring anything whatsoever. So there is no revenue base from me for me apart from YouTube viewership. And in there also you have seen that the number of subscribers that I have, and you all, a majority of you would understand that the number of subscribers I have with respect to the number of videos and the kind of content I have put up is extremely less. So eventually I get virtually nothing for the effort that I'm putting up through YouTube. It is just about enough to okay keep me motivated to put up videos. And I never thought of making money through YouTube at the first place, but now that I'm going in depth into it, and now I'm feeling like I can do more for you as well as for me. I'm not saying that I'm doing it only for you and this is all charity stuff that is going on, but if I'm interested in doing something, I would request you all to support me in any manner possible, so that going forward, I'll be able to put in more effort in bringing you better, you can say refined content to you with respect to number of stocks, stock analysis, market analysis, or any of such things. So my only way of earning is through YouTube and Patreon. What are your benefits with the $10 membership? So let's get this clear, because many of you have asked me on email and also asked me on messages on YouTube. So basically what you get is stock calls regularly and exclusively with short and long term horizon, levels to act upon. So just to give you an example, I gave just a few days back, I gave a podcast with a stock call with respect to Godrej properties, if I am not wrong, or the whole property, you can say domain, I don't remember, but about a week back or 5 7 days back I gave that, and I talked about Godrej properties and Sobha in there. I did not talk in detail about that on YouTube. So these are exclusive things that come up for you all on Patreon. So I don't make any script as to what I am going to bring forward, but whichever charts I like, I do bring that up to you. I gave a chart about a mine tree at around 1180 1200 that's going to break out. It did. Many stocks do not break out. I talked about NBCC a few months back. It did not break out, it broke down. So I do give stop losses. In the case of Mindtree, the stop loss was around 1080. So there are many things that goes on the Patreon website. I gave a call on Tata Elxsi also around 1500. It gave a breakout from there and went closer to 1700, and talked about Tata Elxsi again in podcast later on. So I do put a podcast regularly in which I talk about short term calls. So if you want that, and if you believe that I'm good at it, you can take your call. It's see, investments is all up to you, disclaimer is always there. But whatever charts I like and whatever stocks I like could move in the short run over the next 2 3 4 months, I do give that on the Patreon channel beforehand, before talking about it in any way possible on YouTube. Second thing you get is reply to all the queries virtually instantly, and I would request members on Patreon to vouch for that in a manner of statement, because I hope that you are satisfied with the response time that I am giving you, because I am the only one who is responding to all the queries currently with all the patrons. I do it virtually in an hour or 2 hours. So whenever you have any queries for a $10 member, they can ask me one query every day, and the answer will be there. Since I have more than 100 patrons at the moment, that's why I'm limiting to one query a day. That would be more than 100 queries a day that I'll be having accumulatively. I also give long term and short term analysis of stocks, and I do give that in detail from time to time. I don't do it every day, but in podcast, I do analyze stocks and let you know beforehand, before I even talk about it on YouTube or write on YouTube. You have access to my portfolio. I have a number of stocks I'm holding, few stocks, and you have access to whatever changes I make in the portfolio. And whenever I make one, I put it up there, so you have access to that. Access to a set of 70 stocks in watch list, which I'm going to talk about immediately after this. So right at the end of this presentation, I'm going to talk about what that watch list is all about, because I think you all people would like that as well. So access to a portfolio in which I have a number of stocks that I hold. So you have access to that. Access to a set of 70 stocks in the watch list with short and long term targets. I'm going to talk about it later on in this presentation. Exclusive podcast on market sectors and stocks, as I mentioned, that I put up podcast virtually every second day on whatever stocks I feel like can move up or down very quickly, or if there is any news about or anything, I do put it up on podcast straight away for Patreon members. And any other service that would come in later on with respect to teaching, with respect to analysis of anything or anything that I come up new will be under this ambit of $10 per month. So whatever that comes in, I'm not going to increase this price for the patron members, but services will keep on increasing for sure going forward. Now about the watch list for investors and traders, everyone. It is a guide to new investors about stock ranges. Basically, this is a guide. This is not something that you're able to just take a trade and make money off. Maybe you'll be able to, maybe you'll not be able to. But these are 70 of the best stocks that I have taken out, and these are accumulatively from each sector with potential prices as buying range and targets. So I have given targets, I have given ranges to buy the stocks at. Now this is the sort of an Excel sheet that is available. So you have the stock here, you have the genre as the mid and small cap, you have buying ranges, stop losses, and the potential targets over the next 6 to 12 months. So these are not very long term targets, these are short term targets. A number of stocks, around 70 stocks there. For instance, if you look at here, a consumer stock named DMart, which is virtually a large cap, it comes under mid cap but over 1 lakh crore market cap. A buying range between 1950 to 2080, stop loss 1700, a target, potential target, 12-month target being 2500. So this is the kind of things that you can say, the kind of stuff that you're able to get on something like Patreon, that you have a number of stocks with buying ranges and stop losses which you can effectively use for your investments as well, that okay, when it comes under that buying range you're going to buy it. So this is one of the best things, I suppose. If I were you, if I am looking to invest into some companies, this is something that I would be looking forward to, that you don't have to put any effort. These are 70 of the companies which are virtually debt free, which are pretty good in nature, in corporate governance, quality, etc., and which you can get into. So this is what watchlist is all about. It is periodically updated. I have started it in a couple of weeks time, and I am planning to update it every Monday. You will get a new watch list. That's my strategy. If I am missing out on 1 week, then you'll definitely going to do it, get it within 2 weeks. So that's my, you can say, goal with respect to the watch list thing that I am putting up. It will make you aware as to how stocks are behaving in bear and bull market, which stocks are moving at that point of time and which stocks are moving in the bear markets. So take your pick for educational analysis from a plethora of options. So these are not 15 20 stocks, these are around 70 stocks, and you would be good at some sector, you might not be good at other sectors. You'll be able to have a look at the best of the companies in virtually all the sectors in this watch list. So my vision for Simply Stocks as a channel is to make daily videos on the channel, maybe make even better videos daily on the channel, because I'm making virtually daily videos even after doing my work and everything. This with help through Patreon, I'll be able to do it even better, do more in-depth research, spend around 20 to 25 hours instead of 4 6 hours. So what I'm doing is I'm spending an hour every day on to analyzing and making videos and so on and so forth. I want to spend something like in the range of 3 to 4 hours, uh, probably a day. So that would come out to be 25 hours a week, and that's what I'm looking at, so that I'll help investors make more money, help you all at least save money. I won't say make a lot of money, but save money, so that you're not able to get trapped into stocks that you should not be buying. And eventually, when I'll have 300 to 350 patrons of $10, I'll definitely begin with a master classroom on YouTube for everyone, free to all, about investments and stock market, which I'm looking at topics that what I'm going to do. But for that, I require to leave my job and work permanently for YouTube and for the channels and for the benefit of the viewers and of course myself. So in that regard, what is required is around 300 to 350 patron members. Currently I have about 170 odd members. so double of that. And that's why it's a request that kindly support me through there. It helps me motivated, and it helped me grow the channel even better. So these are my monthly, you can say, tiers. $2 a day if you want to go for it. Whoever want to contribute to my work on YouTube as a goodwill gesture can pay $2 a month. That's just 150 rupees a month. That's just equivalent to probably two dosas or a couple of people having snacks. That's just about it, and that's per month. Would be, I think at in these times will not be that difficult for you to support me with that. If you are paying me $5 a month, you can ask me 8 queries, which are 2 queries a week, and with respect to any stock or market talk or anything, and I'll answer to that. But once you get a $10 membership, I'll answer instantly to queries. Access, you'll have access to portfolio, as I explained, access to that magnificent watch list with targets, stop losses, listen to all exclusive podcasts, and early access to all views from me on stocks, market sectors, etc., just with $10 a month. That's 750 rupees a month. Now the question, and the big question, as to why I am not starting with something with an online banking transfer or a net banking transfer, etc., NEFT, or anything, or on YouTube. See, I'm not doing it because there are different taxes attached to it. Through Patreon, what I'm getting is, the money that I'm getting is in dollars, which is regarded as an export. So I would not be paying more taxes on it compared to if I'm getting anything in the bank account. When I'm taking anything in the bank account directly with transfers from individuals, I would be paying GST plus other taxes. So it would come out to be, when I calculated, not 750 a month but 915 rupees a month. That is 22%, 21% or so higher than the cost. So those who agree to it, I may begin by December with something like a 1 year, you can say, yearly subscription with 11,000 rupees yearly subscription. That's 916 rupees a month and not 750 a month. And that's why Patreon is a better website for you to contribute to. It helps me, it is less expensive to all of you, and it is more convenient to me, with the kind of opportunity it serves somebody who has a Patreon account, because I'll be able to post videos, post, you can say, podcast audios, even write articles there. So it is very convenient for me, and it is more cheaper for you all if you pay through Patreon. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I've taken a lot of time of yours, but I hope that this helps you understand as to what Patreon brings for me and for you all. So if you are fine with it, kindly do that. If you are not, it's okay. Kindly support me on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, bring the subscription level higher, watch my videos, share my videos. Thanks a lot for watching.